Welcome into the Bunker Information Center. Today is Monday, February 28th, 2022. And I wanted to get into just the crypto charts just to show you guys what I'm looking at. And I will just say that if you are someone that has a significant portion of your net worth in crypto, you have to be prepared here for the potential to lose, half of that from here, potentially. We are in a slowing growth economy with rapid inflation on the way. And we also have the Fed tightening due to that inflation. So with the Fed tightening, again, people that borrowed money to buy assets are going to have to sell. They're going to have to probably get margin called and sell some of their riskier assets, which could be crypto. Crypto is not an inflation hedge. It is not real inflation. I think it's an asset inflation hedge, which we've seen. It's with the stock market moving up, and now it's sort of proven itself with when it had the same topping day as the Russell 2000, that it is sort of a small cap version. I would say it's an altcoin version of the stock market. But this is a long trend line that has really been playing out. If you look back, even since the March 2020 lows here. So it's pretty interesting if we take this entire move and we just would have drawn it out to go support, resistance, support, big time support here. And that's when we were able to take off from there. So really, we should have been probably using this even back in this time period to know that, it sort of matched up as well with the 20 SMA. As you can see, the 20 SMA moving average, which right now is at 40,000, and we just got rejected off of that. So that is not good. We have not seen that most likely since back here, around I would say right here when we went super low after that. So it doesn't look good, but let's look into it more. Like I said, we have support, big support, right? We should have seen that. We have sort of support. We tried, and now it's a rejection. Okay, and usually we also like to see when we go above the 20, we can test the 20 and then use it as support. We did this all through here and we were able to rally off of it. When we look at this here, this trend line has now become resistance. We try to break above resistance again, and we're not even making it above the 20 SMA. So obviously, we can get some short-term moves like we're getting right now, into this 40 range. But if we don't break 40 and come above and sort of get into the 50 range and then test back, I don't think that Bitcoin really is looking too hot here at all. It really couldn't look more bearish to me, to be honest. And it's unfortunate because I think there's a lot of people who think that it's a hedge against government, a hedge against war, a hedge against all these things that are happening in the world. But in reality, that hedge has always been gold. Gold, silver, precious metals, more of a hedge here, and also the U.S. dollar. There's people who think like, okay, there's been bank runs, the dollar is going to go down. Well, that just strengthens the dollar because people don't want to be in their own currency, right? So the rubles you see going down 40% in a day, those people would like die for dollars. They would that would save their life if they could have dollars. So think about it that way. So most likely people will be running if they can get it to precious metals. I think there will be a point where you won't be able to obtain it. Maybe crypto catches a bid because it's easier to buy. There's also people saying that it's, there is advantages in terms of if you're leaving a country and you know that the other country you're going to will allow you to sign up for an exchange. And then, remember your 12-word your phrase, you bring your ledger. You don't even need it. You could buy a ledger when you get to wherever you're going. There's just a lot of steps in that process. But at the same time, it's you can't bring a bunch of bars of gold with you in that scenario. That's why a lot of people will have wearable gold jewelry so that they can wear it on the plane, or have like an expensive Rolex gold watch, maybe something of value that you can bring and guarantee yourself when you get there to be able to sell it. So it's sort of the same idea with Bitcoin. The only thing is, like, Bitcoin could go down 10%, 20% in a day, sort of at any time. So you just have to be careful of that. Let's take a look at ETH as well and see if we're in a similar scenario. Honestly, I haven't oh, wow. Yeah, so it's the same thing. We crashed below, and now we made the 20 SMA resistance. We also had another bearish cross here. We had all the bearish crosses at this point. So the 200-day is at 3,500, and that is the top range here. As you can see, we got rejected off of the 20, which is bad. We got rejected off the 200 here, but to get rejected off the 20 is that's one of the, once again, it's extremely bearish. And again, there's that support line that we had here pretty much since I guess these lows are a little bit different here for Ethereum, huh? But yeah, that's pretty much right. If we look at it that way, we had all this support we caught here, and now it's sort of making it resistance here. So I personally think we could see $1,000 ETH. I think we could see 20K Bitcoin for sure. And I'm not rushing in, and I feel a lot better about my process right now than I ever have in my life. In the past, on some of these rallies that we saw here or here or here, I would maybe FOMO in and be like, oh, I'm going to miss out. Whatever, like, I'm long-term bullish Ethereum. So I'm thinking like, oh, I'm going to miss out. But in reality, I have more confidence in the fact that consumers are not going to have the confidence. I'm confident that we're going to have inflation. We're going into, in my opinion, a big time recession. And so are people going to have money to spend on risk assets in that scenario, or do they need the money to spend on food and, security for their family? We also have, cyber attacks coming into play, which I don't think will be good for crypto. They could blame crypto in some way that we don't know about yet for cyber attacks, just like they did with the pipeline here in the U.S. that we had hackers that use Bitcoin. So we'll see if they make that next excuse when we have the next cyber attack here, which I do believe is coming. So make sure you have storable foods, make sure you have water, cash on hand, maybe some physical metal if you can get it. Other things, you might need a generator, you might need gas for that generator, you might need fuel stabilizer for that gas. If you want to get more into it, you could get a heater, portable like kerosene heater, or like a wood stove even. That's obviously costly to install and everything, but these are just some things to think about. So keep that in mind, and hopefully you guys got something out of the video today. I know I only covered a couple of the cryptos here, but these are the two main ones that we need to worry about. And they are not looking good. They're looking completely bearish. Anyone that's bullish right now is out of their mind. Please keep this in mind. And subscribe if you're getting something out of the video. I really think that I've made some good calls in terms of getting people out of Ethereum up at these levels, telling people to go into gold. Even myself, I got out of my leverage up here. I talked about that, I think, on the podcast. So, hopefully you guys are getting something out of these videos. I do think that at least some people are getting some good information that they can then, make their own decision. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor or anything. I'm not like advising you to do anything. I'm just giving you information, and you can do what you want with that. But with that said, everyone stay safe out there. Make sure you're prepared and have a great day.